Hi, this is Bryan with Alesis, and today I want to show you how to get started with the Alesis Vortex MIDI controller and the included software DVI. First thing you're going to want to do is go to the Alesis website and download the Vortex software DVI. We've included a preset designed specifically to work with the Vortex software DVI. It is preset number 23. To load preset 23, you're going to want to use the Patch Select button located here. Go to Patch Bank C, hit Pad 7. You'll see P23 on the LED display indicating that you have loaded preset number 23. We've included some fun presets with the software DVI. To load one of the presets, click on the down arrow and click Load SVX file. Here you can browse the included presets. I'm going to load preset number 25, Squared to Death, which is my favorite. Next I'm going to use the octave down buttons and move down 2 octaves to get a deep sound. There are controls on the top of the Vortex that are already mapped to the software DVI. The slider is mapped to your volume, and the wheel is mapped to pitch bend. Now let's talk about the ribbon controller and the knobs. Out of the box, ribbon mode 1 is mapped to the depth of the LFO that's connected to the amp, and knob 1 is mapped to the speed of the LFO that's connected to the amp. Ribbon mode 2 is mapped to the LFO that's connected to the filter, and knob 2 is mapped to the speed of the LFO connected to the filter. Ribbon mode 3 is mapped to the LFO depth that's connected to the pitch. And knob 3 is mapped to the speed of the LFO that's connected to the pitch. We've talked about all the hardware controls that come mapped out of the box. Of course, you can override these functions and map them to anything in the software that you would like. Let's talk about making some custom MIDI mapping as well as the accelerometer on the hardware. We're going to map the accelerometer to the cutoff frequency of the filter on the plugin. When doing this, I prefer to cut as I go up instead of down. So first what we're going to want to do is hit the Patch Edit button, hit it, Edit Excel, and we're going to want to move knob 2 to be all the way at 127 and knob 3 to be at 0 and hit Enter. And then Patch Edit again. What this does is makes it so when you're in the stationary position, you're sending MIDI value 127, and when you're all the way up, you're sending MIDI value 0. So let's map that. To do this, you're going to want to right-click on the control you want to map. In this case, we're going to select Freak and Learn MIDI. Now we're going to want to move the accelerometer, and you'll see the knobs start to move. You're going to want to right-click the control and hit Stop Learn MIDI. And now the accelerometer is controlling the cutoff frequency of the filter. If you want to start from scratch with your own custom MIDI mappings, there's a few things you want to be aware of. Let's start from scratch with patch number 10 and edit it. First, hit the Patch Select button, go to Bank B, and then hit P2 to go to preset number 10. Now that we're at patch 10, we're going to make sure the knobs are sending MIDI CC values. To do this, first you're going to want to hit the Patch Edit button and move one of the knobs that you want to edit. We're going to move knob 1 and hit the Mode Assign button. Here you can cycle through the types of MIDI message you're sending. We are going to select CC. Press Enter to save. Now we'll select knob 2 and do the same thing. Enter to save. You're going to want to hit the Patch Edit button again to enter performance mode. Your preset will automatically be saved. Now let's map these 2 knobs to the filter settings of the plugin. First, let's select a parameter that you want to map. We're going to map knob 1 to the frequency cutoff. You're going to right-click the control, select Learn MIDI, and then move knob 1. Right-click the control and select Stop Learn MIDI. And we'll do the same for knob 2. We'll set this to the Q, or resonance. And again, after you've mapped it, Hit Stop Learn MIDI. And now, knob 1 and knob 2 are mapped to your frequency filter settings. That should be all that you need to get started with having fun with the Alesis Vortex and the included software DVI.